So hello and welcome to this week's angling vlog. This week you join me on a lazy Sunday afternoon and we're in search of carp on floating crust on the Belmont complex. It's one of my favourite things to do when I've got a couple of hours to spare, and hopefully they're all as obliging as this little common. Let's get him in and take a look. A nice little dumpy common to start this little short afternoon session. It's blue skies at the moment, but I'll take you back to when I was sat in the car about 20 minutes ago. It was very different. Just spent the morning watching the Women's World Cup, and I thought I'll nip out in the afternoon and try and catch some carp. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll know what's just happened. As soon as I've arrived, the rain's come down. We'll give this shower a bit of time to pass, and then we'll get out there and try and catch Mr. Carp. So them rain clouds seem a distant memory, don't they? But I'm pretty sure there'll be more on the way. A lovely way to start this session. Like I say, it is a Sunday afternoon, one of my favourite things to do. But the seasons are moving on, aren't they? You know, the elderberries are on the trees, the maize in the farmers' fields is high, and change is most definitely happening. So I love making the most of these short sessions, doing one of my favourite things, fishing for carp on the surface. And you can just see down there, there's one or two more found them bits of bread. Just a case now of them actually just finding that piece of bread. They're all over the area looking for it. I'm losing a bit of caution. It's just a case now, I think, of just waiting for one of them to come across this piece of bread, and I think they'll just take it straight away. There we go. I just put a few extra pieces of bread in just to try and tease them up to our area. All this along here has definitely grown since last time I was on, so keep that rod nice and low. We're going beneath all them brambles. And I really do love this opportunistic fishing. It's just so simple, and you just pick up the minimum amount of gear, a little bit of bait. It's as simple as it comes. There's a hook on the end of your line. Got a 6-pound line on one of the opportunist rods from Carp, and it is just as simple as it comes. While we're playing fish number 2, there's definitely one or two more taking bread down there, so hopefully we'll get another opportunity on here. It's a bit strange because normally you get one and it's game over, so there's definitely one or two more taking them bits of bread down there, so we'll pop a bit more in, keep them busy, and we'll have a look at number 2. But great fun and great to be bankside in the sun, not sat in the car in the rain. Let's get it straight past. There we go. I didn't take too long, did it? Right on that spot where they were taking, and by just sitting back here and keeping the bites coming down there and trying to get the fish in front of me as quick as possible, you can just maximise the opportunity. Now this one is kind of wallowing where we're catching them, so this could be the last one we'll get at this opportunity. And the beauty of this type of fishing is if you use the balance setup, they don't have to be massive to be good fun, because it is all about the take and the enjoyment of seeing them come up and take that bit of bread, and the actual enjoyment of just going fishing for fun and catching whatever comes along just seems to be slowly eroding away. And today, hopefully, just shows with a little bit of tackle and the right conditions, you can get a few bites in a short amount of time. Right, so we've had 3 fish on the bank, and there is 1 or 2 now in the area, but they're proving difficult to catch. That is when you need to go to the ultimate in technology, which is going to improve your catch rate, no doubt. It's the Danny's Angling Blog log. You can see there, patented idea. There's a bit of bread beneath it. Now the carp takes the bread, and what happens is it pulls on the log uses the power of Groot.
I am Groot.
Which is patented, of course, and the rig becomes double the power, so that 6-pound line becomes 12, which means the carp has got no escape. no escape whatsoever. Now, do be careful, it is banned on most fisheries due to its efficiency. It has got a 100% success rate in the past, so with these wily carp behind me, super hard to catch. I'm sure the Danny's Angling Blog logger will catch them. I know some of you will be concerned by this bit here, you know, about getting stuck in the meshy nets and stuff like that, but we've tested it and it bends right back. But that leaf there gives it all the power, you see, you know, using the sun to get all that power into the logger. But don't be alarmed, that will bend right back in the net and cause no harm. The logger on the line, let's give it a flick out. And the beauty of the logger is if you're fishing a river, it doubles up as a stick float. So if you put some weights on your line, it's a real stick float. So it's very versatile. You see there how that fish turned away from the normal piece of bread and it's making its way now to the logger. Just that instant root attraction around that rig. Now the piece of the bread is the only piece of bread left, but don't worry, that's just all part of the imitation. They know, they can feel its power, so they don't go near it, and they are wary, but when they do take it, game over. And there we go, the first bite of today on the logger. You can just clearly see there on the line, the fish has got no chance. The logger's taking control of this monster, and you can just see how much quicker we're getting them in. You know, hooked. It's felt the power double of that rig. So while I was sat there, a bit of product development was going on and ideas, and I have settled on the Danny's Angling Blogger logger. You've seen there, as soon as it felt the power of Groot, it was game over. Look out for it in the shop soon. It's probably, like I say, going to be banned on most fisheries instantly due to its power. Leave down below your ideas for the name of it, and we'll get on with the fishing, and we'll get this lovely fish straight back. So there's a few fish topping around here now, but what we'll do is we'll give them a bit of a break and we'll head on over to one of the other pools over there, or we'll have a go on Willow just to see if we can pick up something a little bit bigger. But yeah, do hope you've enjoyed that little bit of the blog, and hopefully it does emphasise that fishing is all about having fun. So there was a few fish still taking on that other pool, but coming onto Willow, you just guaranteed that better fish. If you do get one, you've seen there, put a bit of bread out in front of me. It's not taking too long for one of them carp to take it. And they're definitely on it. This fish is fighting down there, and there's another one just taking a piece of bread there. So they're definitely on that bread today on all the pools. Like I say, balanced setup, £6 line, a hook. It doesn't come much simpler. You see the bow waves of another carp there as well. So hopefully we can pick up one more. See that reel just ticking over nicely. And that's what you'd always get with Willow. That better quality fish. And hopefully, you just take a time, we can get him in. Sunday afternoons are made for just chilling out on the bank in the last of the sun. Let's get this lovely fish back and see if we can get another. A bit of a gap since the last one. Taking a while for a few more of them to move in, but eventually one of them has slipped up. Went into another one of those carp. This carp's still going. The old half put up a battle, especially on balance gear. That's why it's so enjoyable, isn't it? He's just about ready. We'll take a look at him. And what a lovely mark carp that is, coming on that floating crust on the top. And a lovely way to spend a Sunday afternoon. We're coming towards the end of the session now. We're probably going to go on the other pool for the end, just to see if we can pick up one or two more. But that is worth the effort, most definitely. So as you can see there, we've had plenty of bites today. It's been great fun, just on the simplest of tactics with that floating crust. We've had a bit of fun with the new product on the channel, and it's what it's all about. Just having a laugh, isn't it? And chilling out. Back to work tomorrow, so these are the days that get you through the week, aren't they? Them moments bankside. So that does bring the session to an end there now. And all that remains is to say thank you very much for the support you show the channel. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel. Tight lines in your own fishing, and we'll catch you all next week. Tight lines.